What's up, everybody? Week 1 in the books, and man, what a week 1. For us New York fans, week 1 was brutal, man. Sunday, Giants got smacked. I mean, just annihilated by the Cowboys. But that wasn't the worst thing that happened in New York football sports this week. Monday, I was actually with my brother-in-law, Frank's Jets, at the Jet game. And crazy story. So he wanted to go to the Jet game, wanted to see Aaron Rodgers. All right, let's go. Hit so much traffic getting there. By the time we parked and we got to the stadium, the Bills were taking the field. So all right, we're going to our seats, and of course we get to the level that we're going, and we're on the other side of the stadium. By that time, Jets are getting the ball. Jets are coming onto the field. Aaron Rodgers, crowd's going crazy. We're going to our seats. By the time we get there, you've already heard the groans and the moans. Aaron Rodgers on the floor, not getting up. And when we got to sit down, man, Frank didn't even get to see Rodgers take a snap. And he knew it was bad because from where we were sitting, we could see, here comes the cart coming to take Aaron Rodgers out. And that was it. So all that, he never even got to see Aaron Rodgers take a snap. But that being said, probably one of the best, most exciting games I've ever been to. That second half was insane. Punt return for a touchdown to end it. Who would have known the Jets, without a quarterback, would be the only 1-0 team in New York right now? Well, maybe not the only 1-0. Why? Because Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, knocked out Flying Buffalo Wings, 130-114. Ridley, Love, Myers. Let me tell you, man, honestly, like Ridley was a chance I took because, he's burned me in the past. But Love and Myers, low round draft picks for me, like 8th and 9th, I think, respectively. They all three combined for 83 points. Wow. For Alex, man, Gibson, Kirk, and Knox combined for 7 points. Disappointing. I start off well, 1-0. Alex drops down to 0-1. Next matchup, Gotham Knights versus Iron Picket Fence. And I don't know who got smacked more, the Steelers or Jordan. 128-58, a shellacking. Robinson, St. Brown, and the Saints defense combined for 56 points. That's 2 less than Jordan's entire team. Everyone except Olave. If it wasn't for Olave, I think it would have been a record for the least points scored in a week. Olave saved them with 20 points, because if not, the rest of the team combined, 38 points. Tough loss. Gotham Knights goes to 1-0. Iron Picket Fence drops down to 0-1. Next matchup, Team Deal. Bushwick Hitman, Bubba, who last year, worst record in the league, looking to turn things around. And if you look at the draft, man, Team Deal's team, they didn't look too good. Bubba's, on the other hand, man, he had one of the best drafts this year. Yet his Team Deal with the 132-103 victory. Cowboys defense. I know you're a Commanders fan, Danny, but man, you got to thank the Cowboys for coming through for you, man. Those 43 points put you over the top. Bubba, you unfortunately had Aaron Rodgers as your flex quarterback, and he got a donut, 0, nada. What makes this worse, that in Frank's league, I was going up against Bubba, and I beat Bubba by 1 point, and he had Aaron Rodgers who had 0. So that's what, man, just a bad week for Bubba all around. Team Deal, Danny, 1-0. Bubba down to 0-1. Next matchup, Battle of the Giants. We have Brooklyn Giant versus the defending champs, Legendary Giants. And it's Brooklyn Giants with the 141-134 victory. Ayuk and Eckler combined for 61 points. And man, Juan, your running backs did nothing for you, man. Barkley and Williams combined for 19. Defending champs starting off 0-1. Well, 1-0 to start the season. Next matchup is the battle of the 2 expansion teams from a few years ago. Rid of me this and Ojo Meister. And it's rid of me this with the 116-109 victory. XII and Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. They combined for 43 points. Apparently, Mayfield knew what the Vikings defense was giving him in the second half, which led to them winning that game. And for Ojo Meister, man, Brandon Cooks, Daniel Jones, T. Higgins combined for 5 points. And to think that you only lost by 7, man, that's just heartbreaking. Rid of Me This goes up 1-0, and Ojo Meister down to 0-1. Next matchup, Bad Boys, Steel Curtain 13. And his Bad Boys with a 121-112 victory. A lot of single-point victories this week. A lot closer than what the first week usually is. And listen, Jefferson, Richardson, and Purdy combining for 70 points for Bad Boys. And Steel Curtain 13, man. Dylan and McLaurin combining for just 10 points. Kind of disappointing. Steel Curtain starts off 0-1. Eddie, you're at 1-0. And then the final matchup, my brother-in-law, Frank's Jets, going up against Team 8000. And it's Frank with the 139-124 victory. And the person to thank for that is Mr. Tyreek Hill, who dropped a 46 bomb, highest scoring play of the week. For Marco, man, Dobbins did nothing for you, and now he's gone for the year. And the combination of his running backs of Dobbins, Walkers, and Akers only combined for 31 points. Frank's Jets goes up to 1-0. Team 8000, 0-1. All right, so the early standings, man. I mean, like I said, it's early in the season, but a lot of teams that didn't make the playoffs last year are up, won their first game of the week. We have some teams, including defending champ and the runner-up, who lost their first game. Let's jump into week 2. Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, going up against Gotham Knights. Terry, both 1-0, both started off the season with a win. Right now, neither one of us is a guy who's played, but I am favored to win that matchup. Next matchup, we have Battle of the Winless Teams. Flying Buffalo Wings going up against Bushwick Hitmen. And right now, Alex is up early 68-0 with 2 guys used. Alex is currently favored to win that matchup. After that, we have Iron Picket Fence versus Brooklyn Giants. Neither team has used someone, but Brooklyn Giants is favored in that matchup. Then we have Team Deal going up against Ojo Meister. Team Deal trying to go 2-0. And right now has a 49-3 lead, 2 guys in. Whew. Ojo Meister, man, it's going to be tough trucking to get back up as Team Deal is scheduled to win. Is predicted to win. Then we have the defending champ, Legendary Giant, going up against 0-1 Steel Curtain 13. And right now, Ariel is down 12-0 as Legendary Giant has used 1 guy. Juan is favored to win this matchup. Then we have 2 more unbeatens. Rid of Me This versus Frank's Jets. And right now, Frank's Jets has an early 12-6 lead, but he's also used 2 guys compared to Marty's 1. But Frank's Jets is favored to win this matchup. And in the final matchup, we have Bad Boys versus Team 8000, and man, Eddie's up 53-0 with 2 guys used, and Bad Boys is favored to win. So week 2 matchup is here, man. Hopefully the Giants do their thing against Arizona. I'm looking for a blowout. I think the Giants are going to win by 21. As for the Jets, you know, it's going to be intriguing. Listen, if there was a time for Zach Wilson to show why he was worth that number 2 pick, now's the time. Hopefully with Aaron Rodgers in his ear, with the talent around him, there is a chance that Zach Wilson, I mean, this, as crazy as it sounds, may have turned out to be the best thing for the Jets long term if Zach Wilson ends up living up to the potential they thought they were going to draft him in. So it's going to be interesting to see how the next few weeks play out. But huge win against Buffalo. And although I'm not a Jets fan, I'm excited to see how this team plays out. Their defense is great. Listen, it's all contingent on how Zach Wilson performs. I actually was a big fan of Zach Wilson, and I hope he does perform well. That being said, Daniel Jones better come through this week. Thibodeau better have a freaking game this week. You know what? You are a high draft pick also. You better do your thing. You guys have a good week. G-Man. Talk to you soon, man.